normally we know we as the youth, until like we are 18, 19, that is when we know what exactly we want to do in life, the kind of career path we want to go on.
See.
But as one amomi, poppy them's born we know, Ivan, you are going to be a bank manager, whether you like it or not. You are going to be a pastor, whether you like it or not. And I'm here talking about decks and pum pums and.
Yeah, but I mean, you're also trying to, impact a level of knowledge.
Oh, but the funny thing they say, as I grow, like they tell me, bears of four. I knew it's not gonna happen. It was never going to happen. I knew it.
Yeah, but then I'm also trying to look at it from the other point of view.
Yeah, for context, we are having a conversation on parents deciding career paths for children. Yes, that's the topic for the day.
Sure.
We're going to be diving into it. You understand? Yeah, just talk on our mind on what we need to know. So yeah, let's dive into it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it from two ways. One being as in like a point of creating generational wealth. Generational wealth in the sense that if, let's say, my dad happens to be a doctor and he has plans or he's already in the process of building like a hospital or like a clinic.
Yeah.
Me being the son or the daughter, he wants me to take down the career path that he has taken so as to hand over this clinic or this hospital to me.
Right.
One way or the other is going to create like generational wealth for me. So let's say if I also give birth, I can also hand that over to my grandson or granddaughter.
Right.
And then it's going to be like
it's going to be in the family from generation to generation. Right.
Also, the second point being that we come from a society where we believe that you have to manifest some things in your life. Some things in your life as in you have to speak good about some things. You have to
come into existence. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So they, like, let's say our parents saying that it's a way of saying these good things to us. So as to, at that very tender age, before we grow up, we have that at the back of our minds.
Right.
So we put a level of effort into it. But it doesn't necessarily mean that we have to grow up to become pilots, doctors, or whatever, because you are too young to know your strength and your weakness.
Okay, so you think one way or the other, what our parents they do is kind of like instilling some level of self-trust in us or self-belief?
Exactly.
It makes a lot of sense. One way or the other too, don't you think it kind of like confuses the kid at a point in time? Why? Because that kid just needs to live up to the kind of dream that the parent has created for the kid. A kid could be like, I want to be in art. Say, I want to be in art. Now, we all know we are living in a world where art sells like crazy. Yeah. But before you have that one sale to make you a millionaire, it's going to take time.
Of course.
So that's not going to be like a 9-to-5 work or a 9-to-5 job where you are sorted. You understand? Yeah. But maybe that's the kid's passion. Me, for example, when I was growing up, I did draw like mad. I used to draw like crazy. You understand? But my guardians, they chose a path for me, not knowing what I was getting into. You understand me? Now, I went to Accra High Senior School, Accra Senior High School, and I offered a course which was much more of like a science program, but not too much of technical. But they called us the technical guys. Now, these were my electives: elective maths, chemistry, physics, applied electricity, building and construction. Now, I did 5 electives instead of 4, which was very tiring for me. You understand? And it was not the kind of stuff I have passion for. My passion is to draw. My passion is to create something. Yes, I loved the computers. So the only part where passion came in was applied electricity, because sometimes you'll be dealing with the IT stuff and all of that. You understand? But it was much more based on the building sections of stuff. You understand me? So at the end of the day, what I am really passionate about, I wasn't able to pursue it.
Yeah.
You understand me? So they killed that passion by choosing a path that I am not really familiar with.
Exactly. I understand. But then, you know, I feel that it becomes too much when they try to force you to do certain, like to achieve certain heights that you don't really want to. Right. So that's why we have, not to mention names, but that's why we have big acts in Ghana where, let's say, they studied law, but they put the law aside and they are doing music. Or they put the law aside or they put the doctor or whatever aside and they are doing something else.
Yeah, but
because that's more passion driven.
Yes.
So they went to the law school or they went to the medical school just because their parents wanted them to.
No, but you know, sometimes, like, not to cut you off, I think it's a good plan for the kid. These parents are not stopping you from taking that path when it comes to your passion. Therefore, if you still want to be a musician, if you want to be a footballer, if you want to be an NBA star, no problem. Get that degree. Follow your passion. When you go and it doesn't work, you have something to fall back on.
Okay.
So it makes a lot of sense when they are trying to be like, okay, now you need to get your degree first and do it. Marcus Rashford, he was doing his degree. Van Gaal made sure he had to go to school. He had to go for his lectures. And when he's done, come for training. He was like, you need to get your degree. You need to get it done. If you don't get it done, forget it. You're not going to make it to the first team. He said it. But he is making sure as a leader, you have something to fall back on. Because in your career, you can have an injury. Anything can happen. What are you going to fall back on?
Yeah.
Do you understand? Exactly. So with that side of things, it makes sense to me. But to totally change the mindset of a kid, because listen, it goes to a point. I know someone, I'm not going to mention the person's name, neither the gender. I know someone who was so much into art. Now, this person, the father wanted that person to get into it's not even midwifery.
So that means the person is a female.
No, midwifery, even men know before we go.
All right.
You understand? Even men, but it wasn't midwifery. Because the midwifery, the person had to stem off what the father wanted and just took a part that she or he can relate to. Do you understand? So it really be some way.
Of course.
You understand? But the father was so much keen on, like, say, be a doctor. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I want you to be a doctor. If it's not a doctor, it is not going to happen. But the person was art driven.
Wow.
Do you understand? Yeah. And the father is making sure, listen, it's either you are doing this or not. And the father went to the extent of telling lies to his friends. Oh, you know, Makidi, ide uni, ide learn this, is linked up to this, you know, which will make Makidi a doctor in the future. Like, if they won't try, you know, we have parents like that. You understand? So did they try create some perception like, Makidi, if they do something where it be high, it will feel brag about Do you understand? But I feel like, why as a parent do you have to create this sort of dream for your children just to brag about it? If you are creating a part where you know, say, oh, I do this thing, make the kiddie have something to fall back on. That is so cool.
Different, yeah.
But if you really say, I want to be an AI developer, and you say, nah, why do you want to be an AI developer? Or your kiddie wake up and tell you, say, I want to be a social media influencer. First and foremost, why do you want to be a social media influencer? Like,
yeah, but then
you understand?
You see, in cases like that, that's when you try and push the kid to, like have a degree that he or she can fall back on.
Exactly.
Because, you and I can agree to the fact that growing up, blogging or even journalism wasn't really a good paying job. So now it's different.
Yeah.
The narrative has changed.
Yeah.
Thanks to, technology and the structures that are being in place.
Yes.
But so back then, if you have a kid and he or she wants to go down that route, it's more or less like you are scared for the kid in the sense that you feel that in as much as he or she is working, she will still need your support because she's not earning enough.
Yeah.
So that's when you push the kid to fall on, to get a certificate for herself.
Okay, now let's get to let's try and understand why parents think the way they think. Reason why I want us to do that is, we have the Gen Zs, we the bloomers and all of that. Now, with our generation, we kind of like tend to understand our parents more than the Gen Zs. Even when our generation says sometimes it be hard between us.
Yeah.
It be hard say we can understand why some of our parents act the way they do. Now, why do you think that parents, aside the fact that they want to brag that, my daughter is a lawyer, my son Ivan is a pilot, and all of that more, why do you think?
I wanted to be a pilot though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but then my math's not good, so I had to.
That's bad.
My pilot, I take drive something else. I take drive Banku.
Whatever it take the pilots, we leave it to the gods. What you see? 777. Hey, but this guy. This guy, if he be pilot.
This guy what? This guy.
See, if this guy he be pilot, make a talk. If like this guy be pilot, he could be then type of pilot we. Then the cruise and the negotiation one other plane, the carrier was like, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to go on a race. Fasten your seatbelt.
Because I said,
for the A side, they go. Charlie, some FAU not saying they go to do for the A side. I mean, back to the whole thing. Why do you feel parents tend to do that? Like creating that dream job for their children.
I already mentioned it, but let me mention it again. I feel like one, aside being out of their own selfish whatever that they want to brag amongst themselves.
Yeah, let's put all of that aside. Let's try and find the positive thing in there.
The positive thing is, being a kid, right? You tend to be influenced easily.
Okay.
In the sense that you could maybe see someone do something very cool and you want to be like that person.
For sure.
So if from the house or from the home that you are from, your parents already have more or less, not like a plan, but then they've instilled the pilot dream or the architect dream or the engineer dream in you, you kind of work towards that. In as much, it's going to take some time for you to, come to the realization that maybe this is not for me.
Right.
But at least you make an effort. So even if you are being graded, they still give you, like a 1 or 2 for the effort you put in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So to sway you from not going on the wrong path,
yes.
they try to straighten you a bit to be on the right
path, yeah.
Because they know, let's say some of the things it's like a ripple effect. If you try to be a doctor and you are not able to achieve it, maybe you can become a pharmacist or something. You can
it's
still
the same, within the same lines.
You can still be in the medical field, but not necessarily be on the forefront.
Yeah.
Also, it's just trying to maybe try and tune your mind to be like, look, I think this is the coolest route for you. Just try and put in a bit of effort and see if it's going to work out. Yeah. My problem then arises when it's not working out and you've already
forcing the kid to
identified your strength and you want to pursue that strength, and they still want to force you to.
That is where
go the extra mile for your weakness.
That is where the issue is. And that is why we are having this conversation, because we as people, when you are told, okay, do this particular thing, because that is how I envision my child to look like or to be. I want my son to be a lawyer. I want my daughter to be a doctor. You understand? Like all these things. And it turns out to be like a big burden on us, the children. Do you understand? And it makes it very hard for us to even learn what we really want to learn. Now, say for example, like you are telling me to be a doctor, but I'm not so good when it comes to science, but I'm so good probably when it comes to cooking. But if I tell my dad or my mom that, hey, I'm really good in this thing, I would love to one day have my own restaurant. Do you understand? I didn't give birth to you just to be a cook. Or they will tell you, say a cooker. But little do they know you can own your own restaurant, be like a better chef, create something solid for yourself. But since they have this sort of dream that they want to push it on you, like they be feeling, my doctor, my future doctor. Be a doctor so you can look after me. Be a lawyer so you can handle all the whole family affairs and things like that. But it puts pressure on us.
On the kid.
Like we the children.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Now, whilst on this journey as a child growing up to a point where you can decide what you truly want to be, there are things that parents instill in us. And I want to know if they kind of like have effects on us. There was a video that I once saw. It was a guy, they were on a flight. The guy was on the window seat and there was a kid in the middle and there was a woman. Now, the woman told the man that can he change seats with the kid?
So the kid goes to the window seat.
To the window, because the kid loves to watch when the plane, like when the airplane is going up.
Taking
off and it's landing as well. And the guy told the woman that this is the time that you have to teach your kid a valuable lesson. You can't get everything that you want in the world.
Exactly.
So if you wanted that kid to have that experience, and as the parent, you do what you can do to go in for it. Therefore, you should have bought that seat, not buy a random allocated seat. You don't even buy random allocated seats. It's just a random allocated seat that the flight gives to you. And when you come in, you feel like since it's a kid, you can use that as bait to get whoever is on that window, like it's by that window seat to move just because it's a kid.
Yeah.
But you are instilling something into that child's mind that if it keeps on happening, that kid knows every single thing that I want, when I go out there, I'm going to get it. I am not saying when you instill something, like when you instill this sort of positivity into a child that, listen, go out there, get whatever that belongs to you. anything that you want, you can get it. I'm not saying it is not good. It is good, but do you think there's a level of negativity that comes with it as well? Do you get where I'm coming from?
See, I get where you're coming from. I mean, yes, there's a level of negativity that comes to that, in the sense that, you know, if you give the kid that upbringing, the kid will feel like, you know, it gets into the kid's head.
Okay.
In the sense that, oh, you know, even though my mom didn't buy, example, even though my mom didn't buy the window seat, I can still change with someone. Or even if the kid can even grow up with that, in the sense that, oh, even if I can achieve this, I can still find my way, you know.
Yeah.
But from the onset, you should also let the kid, you know, that's why it's very delicate dealing with kids or being a parent, because what you're going to teach the kid as a child he or she is going to grow up with it. And when he or she grows up with it, it becomes difficult for you to change that. So you have to be very particular about how you raise your kid. So there are certain life lessons that I believe that most parents should, you know, teach their kids.
Instill in them.
Exactly. That's going to be more or less like a principle for their lives.
For their lives, right.
You know, so if you teach the kid, look, in this world, you can achieve everything, but not everything is achievable.
Word. Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a really good one. That's a really good one.
So by doing that, you know, at least, even though maybe the kid knows that, oh, I tried my best, but I wasn't able to achieve it, he or she understands that, look, this is life. You don't always get what you want. Some things you do achieve them, some things you don't. So you move on to the next.
Right.
But then I'm also trying to think about something.
Which is?
You made mention earlier on about, you know, certain occupations or certain career jobs and everything. Yes. But then I was also trying to see from the other point of view, whereby don't you also think that sometimes we also look down upon certain occupations or certain career paths that we underestimate them, and we don't really want our kids to go down that route? Like, let's say if your kid tells you that I want to be a chef, you'd be like, you know, from where we are coming from, a chef is just cooking, let's say.
Exactly.
Owning like sometimes you don't even
own a restaurant by your own. Like you just work for somebody else.
Exactly.
You just work in a kitchen. That's all.
Exactly. And they don't really, and even though they make an okay amount of money, but they don't really earn much.
Okay.
So if your kid wants to go down that route, at the back of your mind, you've already, you know,
you have a perception.
Underestimated that career. So you go through the length and breadth of this earth to make your kid not go through that path, because it's like at the back of your mind, that's more or less like a degrading career or like, you know, it doesn't. It's like, come on, me being a medical doctor and my kid is going to be a chef. Like, what are you telling me?
Sometimes the parents don't even need to be at a higher position. They just have a normal, like a minimal lifestyle, but they just want their kids to be up there.
Yeah.
Now, yes, what you said is very true. There are some people that like they underestimate career paths because they have a perception about whatever career that could be. Say, being a cook. Now, some people are really getting paid like they are getting the cheddar. You understand? But like some of us kind of like downplay the career path because of the mentality that we have in mind. You understand? Because where we come from, cooking you check like you want 10 amelia or daddy or something. You understand? Yeah. But or antimony, you get me? Charlie. Anti Aquile. Yeah, Charlie. I guess it's some watch festival or something. If I go Ghana, make a do take away, bring you antimony. Antimony take away. Kashek behe. Now, the way that now, the way the whole thing they like, I personally feel like, yes, there's a higher level of like underestimating a lot of career paths.
Of course.
When it comes, even we they underestimate some career paths. Sometimes you will hear somebody in career, you won't go like
Yeah, I mean,
Like, what do you really want to do?
but sometimes, sometimes you don't really have to put the blame on us too much, because I believe, yes, in as much as, the world is ours, that we are able to explore and, know what is good and what is bad.
Yeah.
But growing up, we didn't really have the access to the internet like what the Gen Z people have now.
Right.
So we believe, or we deal with more or less like what is on the ground, like the physical. So if an example, like you see like a chef,
right,
big name chef working with one of the top restaurants in Ghana, but he's okay. Let's say he's even renting the same apartment as your dad, who is a teacher, is renting. You wouldn't want to go down that career path because
but even
I'm just saying. So like I'm saying, like maybe listen, you know Kempinski is like a big hotel, like let's say 5-star hotel. My dad teaches in one of the lowest government schools, but he's able to rent the same apartment as a top chef from Kempinski.
Right.
And my dad has instilled in me that I am able to achieve greater things.
Right.
So me walking on the planet Earth, I'm trying to achieve more. I wouldn't want to be in the shoes of this chef who is working at Kempinski and staying in the same apartment as my dad. Sometimes it also depends on the individual aspect of the career path.
Yeah.
In the sense that everyone sees business different. Everyone brands his or herself different.
Yeah.
What someone might do with, let's say, 10 CDs or 20 CDs, the next person might be able to do greater things with that 10 or 20 CDs.
Yeah, what you talking, it makes sense, but let me come in some more. Say, like, there are some career paths and kasa, bro. Like, we are seeing what these people in that career, like on that career path, or with this same sort of careers, what they are facing. Say, for example, teachers. Me, if you Makidi, you tell me say you won't be teacher, I'll tell you, see, my friend, don't come and do that.
Because you be stubborn to your teacher. So you
know be stubborn to my teacher, but deep this. Teachers are the most underpaid, one of the most underpaid like career jobs out there, like careers, like people waiting to take that career path. Teachers are the most underpaid people, like how do they call themselves? Workers or something. You understand? They might pay like like the normal teachers, the money they claim, it be too small, bro. So why would I want like my kid to be in that zone? Like I'm trying to put myself like in the like, because we all grow to be like parents. You understand? But I will sit you down as my kid. Now, I wouldn't want you to get out so much out of the passion that you want to go for. But I'm going to sit you down, lay down the facts.
Yes,
I'm going to let you understand, like, so the average teacher is getting paid this amount of money. This job comes with stress. Now, I am not telling you to stop it. I'm just letting you understand that even if you go and work at, say, a milk production company, you are getting more money than your teacher. Now, you want to do this with passion, no problem. But these are the things that you are going to face. I'm going to let these things down. No be say me boo abim. No, I know you do that thing. But I'm letting you understand that this career path that you want to take on, I'm not going to stop you from doing it, but this is what you are going to be facing. Are you ready for that? Deep it. If you are just 15, 16, I'll tell you, like, you know what? Just give yourself some time. Give yourself some time to deep this thing, because it is during your uni days, that is when you are going to pick up that course that you want to go. You understand? And discover yourself more. No problem. You want to pick up a course or a program that leads you towards that direction. No be problem. You want to achieve that, no problem. But this is what comes with it. Are you ready for that? Because listen, when you are 25 and you are done with uni and you are now a teacher and you are getting paid 900 euros. Don't come and stand in front of me and tell me, Daddy, can you send me some money to pay my bills? Please, I'm not going to pay it. I'm not even joking. I didn't bring you into this world as a son or a daughter to come and be a teacher and still be dependent on your father and your mother. Please.
Yeah, but then, I also think that should be the right thing to do. Like, you lay the facts on the ground and let the kid understand that this is what it entails to be that. Rather than looking down the job and, trying to advise, okay, whether don't be like this, man.
Yeah.
That's a bit too harsh.
It'd be too harsh.
But then at the same time, I also believe in the universe in the sense that...
I say, no, I do you.
Yeah, do.
And now, I say, we check thing,
What's it?
And now you check like the lecture week, so that's why you just...
No, I don't want to throw my hand about food, man. If you not be so, I like my angle, they come your destiny inside. So I keep I handcuff myself.
They lie, they won't show chest.
No, I don't. Come on. If I don't want show chest, I will not cross my. The chest is already there.
To I swear.
If you find, you find. You don't need makeup.
Yeah, to I swear. No, not to us.
No, I'm saying that at the same time, I also believe in the universe.
Right.
Everyone and his or her calling.
Yeah.
Someone is called to be a teacher. Not everyone is supposed to be a medical doctor.
Yeah.
Someone is supposed to be a teacher. Others supposed to be the police or the soldier.
Yeah.
It's everyone then what he or she is ordained to be, or the kind of impact that he or she is empowered to come and impact on this world. So
how are you going to feel if your child moves to you and tell you that I'm 25, I'm 26, I want to be a porn star?
I mean, porn star is a bit to the extreme, but I mean, like you said, I'm going to lay the facts on the ground to my child.
I'm sorry, this one is not laying down facts.
I'm not
cutting ties with you.
I'm not going to disown my child because he or she wants to be a porn star. I'm not.
Say King Nazir Biyokidi.
I'm not.
Go F me Biyokidi.
I'm just going to lay the facts
on
the ground. I'm just going to lay the facts to the ground and say, look, child, this and this comes with what you want to do.
Stigmas, everything.
Exactly. If you want to do that, fine, you still have my support. You're still my child. People are making fortunes to it, no?
But to be a porn star, bro.
But at the end of the day, you remember this guy, King
Nazir.
See? He said it's acting.
Your man say he wanted to help Sugar Titi reach an orgasm.
Forget those drama people.
Oh, but I don't think it's drama.
It's drama.
Oh, personally, I don't think it's drama, but I think Sugar Titi was just gaslighting. Like the girl, they make it look like nobody can make her come in her life. But you hear what Nazir
told you chop bangles and you want.
But you know what King Nazir told him?
What?
Your man told him, say, they take the thing that you sugar daddy, if you can say meet men,
he give him shot.
But coming back to the whole conversation, I personally feel like when our parents didn't try, they just want the best for us. But I think they did things that we should learn from to know how we will also handle our kids like that are coming in. Now, drifting just a bit off topic, and I think it will stem off from parents instilling positivity into children. Now, let's talk about the things, like the negative energy that they push into these kids without realizing it.
Yeah, because, sometimes when they forcefully want you to go down a career path and you also want to go the other way, if they tend to get hurt and they act with their emotions. So then they tend to wish you bad.
But no, let's even push the whole career thing aside for a bit. There are parents, like the least thing, you are useless.
Yes, but then
you can't be like, you are not the best child. Can't you see? And the comparison.
Yeah, but the thing is, it always boils down to when you don't really agree to what they want you to do, irrespective of career or whatever. It's like when you challenge them. they want you to do a certain thing. You know, like we grow up knowing that what your dad or your mom says is not like final, but that's the best.
Yeah, but
so who are you to challenge? I mean, now things are a bit different.
Yeah,
but growing up, you even remember like if your dad haven't eaten, there's no way that you are going to be.
Yeah, it's very.
It starts from there. So I'm just saying. So it's like if you challenge them, it looks like you are more or less like like this kid is more or less like the black sheep because he's trying to challenge me. He's trying to go back and forth with me when it comes to decisions.
These decisions and stuff like that. Yes.
So then that's when, let's say, when it gets to the extreme, they tend to more or less like not neglect, but they tend to like place like this negative words on you and people believe that it goes a long way to affect your life, but I don't really believe in it.
Okay.
Because I feel like you also have the power to change that.
You're right. Yeah,
if you put at the back of your mind that I'm useless, of course you're going to be useless. But if someone says you are useless and you have it at the back of your mind that I'm going to be a great person, you're going to work towards it and achieve greater heights.
For sure. You're definitely going to prove them wrong.
Exactly.
Now,
so
what you're saying makes absolute sense. Now, this is just a part of the issue. There is another part of the issue where you don't even need to challenge them. Just for the mere fact that you are looking for a job. Say you do a brochi, you search for a job. You don't get. You don't get. No. Can't you see that this, as soon as see in Kidi, what did they do? It be better pass you. What pan they do for this family inside? Like they tend to be saying all of these things, but it doesn't mean you're not putting in the work. You understand? Maybe every single morning or every single 2 days or 3 days, you wake up, you go to this agency. Sometimes you don't even need to move to these agencies. Like you probably just go online, try and look for jobs. You go for interviews, but you are just not getting it. Do you understand? But these parents move to the extent of comparing you to other people's kids and stuff like that. Maybe they don't even know what these kids are up to. You understand? Maybe they will feel compare you to some kiddie way. Maybe the girls have some corner they eating body.
Charlie.
You understand? But just for the mere fact say, maybe you get patented. It ref. But how the kiddie can get a patented safe by the car safe, you, the mother or the father safe, you don't know. But just for the mere fact say, it is a person that you go to church with. In kiddie, as the person they come church there, in kiddie, what did they do be correct? Nah, I'm sorry. There are people out there that are living nonsensical lifestyles. You understand? And you think they are living the good life, so you are comparing them to your children. Deal with what's at home without that comparison.
No, yeah.
Because mentally it affects we children on a heavy level.
Yes.
Because me, when I was growing up, then let's say no they were born. Nana, I don't know if I talked this story for here said before. My senior high school, I said I won't choose my senior high school. Oh, bro. Don't tell me say Presec they don't go take me. First I won't go Peters. They say that they'll go take me. I said, you watch your body where you won't choose Peters. So you won't tell me say book past this guy or this person. You understand? And it broke me. Okay, right now I won't go Presec. But you, of all the schools today, Presec where you won't go choose. You go Presec. You understand? I ask this person clock 90 over 100. Then you clock how much? You know go talk what you clock. The biz you say how much you then you clock. You understand me? But any school that I decided I wanted to go, my teachers, they teach me, they know my level of intelligence, they know what I am capable of doing. Told me like, Enoch can get St. Peter's if he wants to go. Enoch can go to Presec if he wants to go there. They say I drop him come. See. Later they say make I go Krimeto.
I go Krimeto.
See, then do I choose Kateko, then Kateko, Kaneshi. They did my choices inside. I know lie, bro. You understand? But at the end of the day, did they have some level of effect on me? Yes.
Of course.
But then where they and this thing, like, it really weigh me down. Like, so am I not intelligent? But bro, as it come,
you spot it.
Oh, bro. It no be morph. It no be bragging. Me, some things if I know do, I know do. It no be bragging. But my junior high school, my BEC, oh bro, the boys they me are day top. Abigail will chop first, we are chop second. You understand? The people wait and then they say, oh Charlie, this person go blue paper, this person go blue paper. Them more than shit. You understand? Okay. You know, be say with the brags with no book or something now. God help me too. But they say examination favors the food. That be what my big sister will tell me.
After you pass,
after I pass, it tell me say examination favors the food.
So that means indirectly you're a fool.
You understand?
So examination favors.
Born them a bone. Me they am a bone. You feel me?
No, but I mean, I didn't really have that sort of upbringing because I wouldn't say my parents are the best, but
oh no, like
in my eyes, they did. Yeah. They did what every
see that's in here. That in Papa here the way vex.
Go vex. When Papa go vex.
Or fun.
When Papa go vex. But I mean, like I was saying, they always try to motivate you, you know, try and make you, support you, try and make you, reach your full potential. And I mean, you take decisions on yourself.
But
for yourself. Sorry.
Yeah, but at a point in time, like I just did my best to take the positive out of it, to push myself, to prove them wrong, that I can actually do it. Because before I read the exams, they didn't know you believe in me. You understand? But my sister, the one in my back, Esther, Charlie, the baby shako, but then they believe in me. Say, I know, say you get ahead, learn the thing, you go feel do. But catch me some bone, to me some to me some bone.
Charlie.
You understand me? Yeah. What we tell children sticks in here.
Yeah.
You understand? And we are coming in from a society where, like, we hear the word therapy self from bottom. You understand me?
They don't really understand it.
You hear my point? If we talk about mental health, we don't say, Charlie, there's some spirit be safe way there or something.
They go take you go church, make pastor pray for you.
Bro, you understand me? So I think we can do a better job.
See.
But
then I think now there's a bit of change. Because now, the young parents or,
them learn.
Exactly.
Them learn, yeah.
And that's how it's supposed to be. You learn and correct mistakes from,
for sure, yeah.
The previous one, and then you try and improve upon it.
Yeah.
That's how parenthood is supposed to be. You pick up some things, good and bad, and then you try and improve upon it. And then you are also going to pass it on to your kids, and your kids are also going to pass it on to your grandkids. So, true. I mean, it just goes with the principle of life. You live and you learn.
Solid.
Life itself is a learning process. Every day, every time you learn new things. You correct your wrongs,
right? And
you just make life a better place for yourself and whoever is within your circle. So
yeah, I think when a man just dropped the take home for today. So yeah, we're not gonna talk plenty. It was a great session with your guy, as always. You understand? If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, you do so right away. Yeah, this be your boys in the Chuemi, Taifaba, and your man himself.
I found the chase.
Yeah. Chase. You understand? You got any howlers for us?
Yeah, I have this
before we go to sleep.
I have this funny.
I
have this.
I'm up 4 a.m.
I have this funny thing about Ghanaian girls and pickup lines.
Ghanaian girls and pickup lines.
Yeah.
Ready, yummy.
So there was this tweet. I mean, I don't want to name drop.
Name drop in there.
Okay. So there's someone tweeted this. It's like trying pickup lines on a Ghanaian girl is hard. It's difficult
than physics.
And someone actually re-quoted that tweet and said, went in with, did we have class together? I could have sworn we had chemistry. Whoa, but that's sweet.
Ooh, that's hard, smooth. Bro. That's so smooth. Yeah, man's got game. Yeah, your man's got game. Yeah. Oh, that pick up line this week.
And then the girl hit him with, LOL. But I went to a girls' school, and the guy was like, that was the end, bro.
Jesus.
But if you go in with a smooth pickup line like that, and she hits you with, but I went to a girls' school, like, don't you, like, are you not able to decipher what he's trying to mean with?
Do you understand?
With physics? Or with the chemistry?
Because and one thing is he asked a question
Exactly.
with the pickup line. Did we go to school together? No, did we have class together?
But even the class, he didn't specify, or he didn't even say he went to. It could be vacation classes.
You understand? Could have sworn we had chemistry. No, that's some bad, bro. Now your man still got game. He be the girl we babong.
Hey, masa we know when Kokasa will be babong. We know when Kokasa will be babong.
Hey, one wine coca.
So confuse ko.
Me say one wine coca.
Hey, miana menye. Obi abanye. One wine coca.
Say akola we dey wabong. No, but nah, the guy go game. The guy go game.
Charlie smooth.
That be all.
Line.
The idea, the basic here. But pick compliance.
But you I don't know if you heard that Sarkodie was featured on the Bob Marley, Stay Up, remake.
Oh yeah. Oh,
have you heard of Dr. Pabobo and Tupac?
You did lie.
You don't know.
Say, when Tupac is
you don't know. Say then get it to get feature.
What?
Oh, serious matter. Serious
matter.
Fix
this thing, bro.
I know. You know. He said Tupac self can't perform for Ghana.
Oh, you did lie.
Listen the song, game. Imagine.
I should have seen you was trouble right from the start. Took me so many lessons. I not to mess with broken hearts. So many questions. When this began, we was the perfect match.
But this is some bars of a different song.
Masa, why no one believes Tupac featured Dr. Babobo? Hey,
Tupac with Babobo.
How's the saying?
So debut Tupac Dr. Babobo. Hey, that's
and then Babobo.
Tupac featuring
Mabo Trembra outside.
Dr. Pabobo. So this one, the feature, what you happy for? Asamampom.
No. You happy for it be like the Labadi back there.
Charlie. Oh, God. But yo, that would have been like a wild collaboration,
But I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that Teribon Chaka died,
yeah,
I think, something like that would have popped up. Not to Tupac or to Biggie though, but, we have landed like a very huge.
Oh yeah, that one there, for sure. But yeah, I mean,
it would have.
You know what? Let us know in the comment section below. The wildest collab you would have thought of happening, whether they are dead or not. Just drop it in the comment section. You understand? Yeah.
And also, let them also, give it a bit of the pickup lines,
Yeah, give us pickup lines, Charlie. Yo, I need to get my game up. So give me pickup lines.
Which kind of game?
Yeah.
You get PSP, they talk game again.
No, I'm not get PSP, PS5 I get.
Yeah, but it be something that, you didn't get a bar. Oh, fuck.
Nah, but wait, hold up.
You didn't get a bar.
Let me try
PSP the game.
Yes.
You already got games. So why do you want?
Yeah, that was a hard one. That was a hard one. Yeah. I was going on Electra vibes.
Oh, let's give away with the play this thing, Bricks or Snake for Nokia phone top. Maybe then we upgrade small.
Or that water one with the mirror.
That one, the crazy, the one with the rings, the enter there.
Yeah.
If the feel play that thing, you share the game because all the rings center left one person for press.
And I'll play Sega.
No, I like Sonic more. Hey, the guy dark hand.
Hey, Patinyami.
Hey, they want to play with that gun where you go to shoot. Hey, there are things that be sniper. So go for the pew. That they knock the things.
Let me tell you, guy, man.
Massa.
So she need to
shoot him.
Also treat him, Charlie. It was a good conversation.
Yeah, it was a vibe.
It was fun. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Add the podcast to your library. Do that right away.
Comments, like.
Yeah.
Share. Let us know what you think about the videos.
5-star reviews, preferable. You understand? We love you guys. So please show us the love back.
Yeah.
Feel me? You people will make me blow. So make me blow. We are out of the chewemy.
Yes, I.